I don't know what you're talking about.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Nina just built an app.
So we can all build apps now?
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
That's right. They did call a timeout, but they did not have any remaining. So that's a technical foul.
Oh, he was just
Dang.
trying to survive.
There's nothing you can do about this.
Luka,
That's just
best player in the league.
That's greatness.
And then you see Giannis right there. Oh boy, does not look good. You can see him limping.
Whoa. Copyright. I get copyrighted. Okay. I need to shut it off. Copyrighted.
Watch him. Puff has it.
I'm trying to get copyrighted, baby. I'm gonna play customers. I don't know. I get copyrighted. I get a copyright strike. I'm trying to copyright YouTube. Once I post to YouTube, I get copyrighted, bro.
He sees it, but Georgia just can't get there.
Green.
What are you talking about?
He has yet to hit a shot.
Damn.
He's frustrated with himself. That surprised me about him.
We are now halfway through the NBA season. Hard to believe, I know. A lot has happened over the last 3 months, and I'm gonna cover all of it in about 10 minutes.
Alright, talking about the NBA season. Ad in 3, 2, 1. It's always an ad right there. Let's see what Junior Highroller we're talking about. Was it playing? No.
With half the NBA season in the books, would it be too early for me to jump to some wildly bold conclusions on the season yet again? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from making some wildly bold conclusions on the season yet again? No, of course not. So here is everything that happened in the first half of the 2025-26 NBA season in about 10 minutes. With Nikola Jokic sidelined with an injury for the last month, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is quickly closing the door on this year's MVP race. The only player with a legitimate
Bro, Luka should be winning the MVP. Look at these stats. He's averaging 33.6, 7 rebounds, 8 assists.
chance to disrupt what feels inevitable
It's either him or Jokic. Shai should not win MVP.
is
Him or
Luka
Jokic should win
Doncic,
MVP.
who at this point might retire as the only player with 10 MVP caliber seasons, but no MVP to show for it. But if Shai can pull it off, he'll become just the fifth
Like,
guard
look
in
at it.
NBA history to win back-to-back MVPs. And with OKC as the clear title favorites at the moment, Shai is positioned yet again to have another historic season in spite of 90% of
Look
NBA
at that
fans
tweet,
rooting
please.
against him. In other news, after hearing rumors of a Giannis trade for the last half-decade, this saga might finally come to an end in Milwaukee. According to a Shams report, the Bucks are now open to offers for Giannis. And after managing to build one of the most poorly constructed rosters in the league around one of the greatest players of this generation, it appears that the bleak reality for the Bucks has finally set in. Giannis hasn't exactly hidden his frustrations either, looking increasingly unhinged on the court as the season's gone on. I may be wrong, but when a player boos their own crowd, it's probably time to move on. But if this truly was his last game in a Bucks uniform, the next chapter can change a lot wherever he lands. A Giannis cat swap
Giannis gonna
instantly
get traded to the he's gonna get traded in the offseason.
makes the Knicks the favorites in the East. Sending the second best player in the world to the Warriors would be completely unprecedented. And to anyone throwing the Blazers into this mix, I do appreciate the optimism, but now's not the time for jokes. Looking at some of the action around the league, the other night I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me when I saw a 41-year-old demanding the ball during a timeout. A moment that felt equal parts impressive and deeply concerning. But LeBron isn't wrong. Throughout January, he's averaging 24, 7, and 7 on 60% true shooting, numbers that will make him the
41.
first senior citizen in NBA history to be named an All-Star. But it is the other team in LA that has completely shocked the NBA over the last 6 weeks. Led by an inexplicably prime Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers have gone 16-3 over their last 19 games. The best team in the league in the month of January. I know, right? It's crazy. This whole time, I thought it was James Harden who was gonna save us from the team of doom and their looming draft pick. But instead, they've relied on the most unreliable superstar in NBA history. A turnaround even their own fans couldn't see coming. In fact, one Clippers blogger was so confident that his team was dead in the water that he tweeted this on December 20th, the exact night the Clippers began their run. Why did he choose this extremely specific
Hey,
condition?
Richard Flum, if they go 15-3 in any stretch this season, will print and eat this tweet? No, Richard, hey,
I'm not sure. What
bad for
were
you.
the odds the Clippers were going to actually pull this off? Apparently higher than he expected. Did he actually follow through with his promise?
Here's the rest of it.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
All
He
right.
sure did. In other news, this
All right,
year's
bro.
rookie class has separated into two different stories, and both start at Duke. Con Knipple has been a revelation for the
The
Hornets
nipples
this
are
season.
flag rookie
At the moment, he is on pace to absolutely shatter the rookie three-point record, a mark that currently stands at 206 from Keegan Murray back in 2023. Con is on pace to make 272 threes
Damn.
this season. And it's not just the volume. Knipple is currently
Nipples
shooting
is wrong.
43% from downtown, the most accurate volume shooting rookie in NBA history. But this may still not earn him Rookie of the Year, as
I
Cooper
bet you in
Flag
like 5 years, nipples will be like a superstar version of Klay Thompson. Calling it
is
superstar Klay
proving the
Thompson.
generational tags to be completely warranted. His most recent piece of evidence, a 49-point bomb against Knipple and the Hornets, the most points in a single game by a teenager in league history. A game that gave Dallas fans a moment of solace as they approach the one-year anniversary of the day that shall not be mentioned, and a performance that makes an already
Best day of-
close
the best
Rookie
day
of
of
the
my
Year
life.
race even
All
closer.
best friends
Meanwhile,
league
in
got trade
Denver, the
slips.
Nuggets had to weather the storm without Jokic for an entire month, and still managed to go 10-6 in his absence, which has been enough to make some fans wonder if we are overestimating Jokic's value. If his team can stay in the hunt without him, how valuable is he really? To which I say, stop it. Get some help. The Nuggets have a good team, a playoff team. Nikola Jokic makes them a championship team. But it's in the East where the Pistons have proven their early season success was not just a fluke, as they have risen to the #1 spot in the power rankings. The first Eastern Conference team to top the power rankings since December of 2024. In fact, here is every team in the NBA and the difference in their expected win percentage coming into the season versus their current win percentage. Essentially, which teams have overperformed expectations so far and which teams have underperformed expectations. Looking at some of these results, oddsmakers made the fatal mistake of overestimating the Kings. They were projected to be one of the worst teams in the league, but instead, they are the worst team in the league. My Blazers have overperformed by 5% so far this season. That's right. Read it and weep, buddy. And even with these numbers accounting for the absence of Tyrese
Enemy of
Halliburton,
Blazers
the
fans?
Pacers
That's
have
you.
completely unraveled this season, underperforming expectations more than any other team. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the Celtics, who have managed to stay competitive in what most people thought would be kind of a rebuild season on the back of Jaylen Brown, who has proven himself to be a true MVP candidate. The Pistons continue to improve, outperforming expectations by 17%. But quietly having the most surprising year are the Phoenix Suns, a team with one of the highest turnovers since last season and was projected to be a complete non-factor, playing like a playoff team. If you bet me that Dylan Brooks would be averaging 21 a game this season, I would be eating my words like that one Clippers fan right now. Now, looking forward, we have the All-Star Game coming up, and this year we will see a new format to the All-Star Game once again. And despite their best
US
efforts,
versus world.
this variation also looks like dog water, with international players having a larger presence now than ever before, and the NBA willing to try every format under the sun to get players to give a damn about this game. What better time to roll out what we've all been asking for? USA versus the world. It's perfect. Shea versus Steph, Ant versus Luka, Jokic and Giannis
The
versus...
world's gonna win.
Well, you get the point. But instead of this masterpiece,
But
the league decided on a format that includes 4 12-minute games featuring 1 world team and 2 USA teams, splitting the US talent in half. So instead of a battle between the US versus the world, we will get 4 really short games of pickup basketball between 3 fractured teams with probably some Kevin Hart skit jammed in between them. Nice. Now, here are the official.
why don't we just do USA versus world? Like the East versus West, but USA versus the world. Why don't they just add a 1v1 tournament? I don't
Power
know.
rankings through week 15 and the change in the rankings from our previous video back in week 4. And a lot has changed in the past 11 weeks. Because the Thunder failed to be the greatest regular season team of all time, they got demoted to 2nd in the power rankings. The Rockets, Spurs, Nuggets, Suns, and Timberwolves all look like they'll continue to be tough out west. The Celtics have skyrocketed all the way up to number 8, with Jaylen Brown leading the charge in the absence of Tatum. The Hornets quite possibly have their best roster of this century, which is good for the 21st spot in the league. On the other end, the Lakers continue to slide, down 6 spots since our last ranking. The Magic have also lost their footing since November, falling 6 spots. And the Bucks are absolutely plummeting into the abyss. A small preview of what's to come once Giannis gets the hell out of there. And the Wizards are still the Wizards. And finally, for our midseason awards, first team All-NBA includes Luka, Shea, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown, and Victor Wembanyama. Second team
Oh, Jokic? You're telling me Jokic ain't on the first team? Is it because of her?
is Maxey, Mitchell, Kawhi, Ant, and Brunson. And third team is Harden, Murray, Curry, Jalen Johnson, and Kevin Durant.
These teams are ass, bro. No, Denny, I have no idea. No LeBron. What? Nah. This gotta go. Where's Giannis? Oh, yeah, I don't think. Maybe he's not.
Now more than ever, the 65-game minimum rule is really affecting these end-of-season awards. Giannis has already missed too many games to qualify, and Jokic will more than likely miss out on these awards too, since he can only miss 1 more game moving forward. Austin Reeves and Joel Embiid have also missed too many games. Even Wemby and Kawhi are 1 small injury away from missing the cut. So fingers crossed, but more than likely these teams will continue to change as the season goes along. Now, our mid-season MVP is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Once again, having historical impact on a nightly basis and being available at a time where availability is as valuable as ever. Our Rookie of the Year is Cooper Flagg, coming off of one of the best rookie performances the league has ever seen. Our scoring champ is still Luka Doncic, averaging 34 a night. Our Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama, and the race for the most improved player is still neck and neck, but I'm gonna give the edge to Denny Advia, who went from a part-time starter to a legitimate all-star since last season. And finally, the best team in the league and our mid-season champions are the OKC Thunder, who have cooled off significantly since their historic start, but still remain the most dominant team in the league and favorites to win the title this season. And that was everything that happened in the first half of the NBA season in about 10 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
Alright. I mean, this NBA season is pretty fun. It's probably one of my favorite seasons since. Favorite season since probably 2022 or 2020. Alright. See what else. Alright. Let's do a little game review on the Lakers versus Warriors.
There's